Selena here. I am going to be discussing a few questions or topics that the professor wants me to go over. So the first one would be assimilation, accommodation, and schemas. Consider Pagets' concept of assimilation, accommodations, and schemas. Explain those concepts. What stages in Satir's model can you relate to these ideas? Well, assimilation says that we take our what our experiences are and fit it into the existing schema. It refers to how we interpret new information, considering what we currently are knowledgeable in now. Accommodation means that we need to create a new schema because it no longer exists. You must do the new schema, the new change. You must be the one to use the accommodation process. You need to be the one to adjust into a new schema. Assimilation example could be like when people say, I want my life back how it was before. So that's an example of what assimilation would be. So, when people say, I want my life back how it was before. So that's when you must create a new schema because things can't go back to how they were. Pagets describes an adaptation to include both assimilation and accommodation. Pagets' conception of assimilation involves integrating new actions into new schemas, in which will then, this is linked to stage 3. Pagets' concept of assimilation involves integrating new ideas into new schemas. So Pagets' concept of assimilation involves integrating new actions into new schemas. Okay, so this is linked to stage 3 in the Satir model. This is something that occurs during the chaotic stage, of course, where individuals obtain this fresh knowledge. Then after the fresh knowledge is obtained, this is when the participants or the people involved they then comprehend what's going on, the chaos or the foreign object or whatever comes into play. Then now they're aware of, now they're comprehending the data that has come into. So now, to integrate the new data and then going back to previously integrated information. The chaos will persist, but eventually will calm now that that new information has been presented. Okay, so first they're like, whoa, oh my gosh, this is happening. And then they comprehend, they're like, okay. And then they're like, okay, then they have to do